sure all of us know a group of Christians that don't do anything for the kingdom of God. They check the box, they got saved, they go to church and they go home, and that's the extent of their walk. Well, this message isn't for them. This message is for those that want to go deeper, the elect, the elite Christians, and so to speak, that want to go deeper with the Lord, right? In the Bible, in Luke, we see in chapter 14, verse 34, it says, "Salt is good, but if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is of no use either for the soil or for the manure pile. It is thrown away. He who has ears to hear, let him hear." And so this is a very powerful verse because it's saying that, the salt, which is used for like flavoring and preserving and lots of other different things, if it doesn't taste right, if the salt doesn't have its flavor, it's not going to, bring those hits out of your food to make your food taste better. If it doesn't have the saltiness, it's not going to preserve the food. Back in the day, that was one of the methods of preserving their meats and stuff like that, was putting salt on it. Um, and if it's not going to work correctly, then it's of no use. You can't put it in the soil. It'll hinder the growth of the plants that you're trying to plant, or just mess the ground up. And it's not even good for a pile of poop. Then what good is it? It's totally worthless, right? We're the same as Christians. If we are called to walk with the Lord or to be used by Him for His glory, we are the same in the same manner that we are supposed to have words that are seasoned with salt, right? So when we talk to one another, we're supposed to uplift them, speak highly of them, speak to them in a way that edifies and exhorts them, instead of using our words to tear each other down. Our behavior should be a little bit higher than the standard, right? Because we don't blend in with the world. So the things that we do can't be worldly. The things that we say can't be worldly. And when we start to blend in with the world again, or blend in with the ways of the world, that's when we start to lose our saltiness, right? So if it's not caught before it's too late, we can become totally worthless. Our walk can be hindered. Our example that we set can be ruined. Our witness can become pointless because we've lost sight of what was important, and that was following Jesus and leading others to the Lord. Last night we had a men's event at my church, and they did a video on my brother and his walk, a little testimony video. And my brother's got influence in the place where he works at. It's a rehab facility. It's not even a rehab facility. It's a discipleship program that focuses on Christ. Therefore, by focusing on Christ, the byproduct is sobriety. And they did this video on him, and he got a standing ovation in the building. There was hundreds of men there. And it's great to see this change, this transformation in my brother's life, and the example that he can set for what God can do for someone's life when they walk with the Lord. I think it was very powerful because there's men that just joined this program, and they need to see what the results of making it through the complete program are. And my brother's a good example of how when you walk with the Lord and you are a disciple, how God can use you. Now, for those that have fallen, from grace, and they have this bad stigma about them, it's sad because now everything that they've done for the kingdom gets discarded, right? By us as Christians. I do think that, guys, as believers, we have to be careful how we behave, how we carry ourselves, what we do in our day-to-day lives. These things that we do have a shape or an effect, an outcome on the type of people that we are. If we're not feeding and, just dwelling in the presence of God and, meditating on the world can creep in and start to crack that exterior that we have that's built around us of sanctification. And if we let the troubles of the world, if we let the enemy, if we let our flesh continue to get fed, our spirit is going to get malnutrition, and you can't feed both at the same time. You can't feed the flesh. You can't feed the spirit. One of them is going to outgrow the other. One of them is going to get more powerful than the other. So let's focus on making the thing that grows be the spirit. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.